right, everybody, welcome to One Nation, a Sports Locker Magazine Extra, and we are so happy to have you guys joining us tonight. You're going to have fun with this interview. I don't even know what to expect with this interview because I was warned up front that Jay Gill might have a little bit of a challenge. So I'm excited about that, and I'm going to go ahead and bring on my co-host from Colorado, Mr. Jay Gill. What's going
Hey,
on,
what's up?
Jay?
What's up, Dad? How are you?
I am good. Hey, you made it back to the state of Colorado, but you had a little bit of a journey on the way back, didn't you?
It was a journey. I felt like Dorothy just trying to get through Kansas. I mean, we saw the spinning clouds. The storms were insane. Then we finally get into Colorado. There's a car on fire on the side of the road with no one around. Literally just a car on fire. When I say no one, I mean like no cops, no ambulance, no. I'm like, what's happening? This has been the weirdest trip. But anyways, yeah, we pulled over, helped that young man out, and it was just a wild time to get back home. But we did it, and I can tell you, we already miss you guys in Missouri so much. Miss and love you, Dad.
Well, thank you, and that was very kind of you, and we loved having you here. And while you guys were here, it wasn't just for a visit; it was work. You were helping with the next round of interviews for the July, August, September, October, and November, December issues of Sports Locker. We did a lot of photo shoots and met lot of really cool student athletes. But we get to interview a really cool student athlete tonight, so I'm gonna let you jump right into that.
I am so excited. We can definitely touch on our trip and what we did for Locker magazine at another time because we did have so much fun. But like you said, we got to meet some incredible students. And one of these incredible students that I met on my previous trip is Miss Andi Siebeneck. And oh my goodness, this girl, I can't talk enough about her. You said she's going to give me a challenge. She's
Hmm.
witty, she's funny, and I'm tired. So I'm like, she's going to win the wit tonight. I'm just going to look like a goofball, but that's okay. That's the role I play. I'm telling you, if that name is familiar to you, it should be. We've talked about Andi a lot on our program, and she was also the cover of our March April issue. Dad, do you have that handy? Please and thank you on the cover. Oh, and she's wearing the green, so the One Nation is kind of taken over. Yeah, that's the green screen. But
Yeah,
anyways,
sorry.
yeah, yeah. I was like, what's wrong with her shirt? Anyways, that is Miss Andi Siebeneck on our cover, and man, we were honored to have her on there. You can find her article on page 5, so make sure you pick up one of those issues and check out her article. That was written by one of our fantastic writers, Miss Macy Hurst. Uh, Anyway, just a quick run through before we bring Andi on. I want everyone to know what she accomplished at Blair Oaks. And I'm going to take a deep breath. Since
Take a deep breath.
she's been to the state championship twice. She was named to the first team all conference, second team all conference, first team all district pitcher, first team all district utility, first team all regional utility, second team all region pitcher, second team all state utility, and two-time all state academic. Not to mention that she set the school record for lowest earned run record in a season. Wowzer.
Wow.
Did you hear that? I had to catch my breath. It's
You
just
did.
too long. Anyways, we have brought Andi on the show tonight to spoil you guys so you guys can talk to her about her epic time at Blair Oaks and we can hear about maybe some of her future plans. So, anyways, Dad, let's quit boring the people. Let's bring on Miss Andi Siebeneck.
I think we need to do that. So I want you to get some oxygen before we do that. Are you okay? Okay, all right.
Bring the oxygen mask.
All right,
Thanks,
here we
love.
go. Andy, how are you doing?
I'm doing fantastic.
We are excited to have you on here, and we've got people jumping on here making comments already. We've got John Campeter. He just said she is the best. And John,
Love
we're
it.
going to have to agree with you. She's pretty awesome.
Yes,
Beth,
that's my uncle.
I think you recognize this person, Beth Siebeneck. She's saying that's my girl. So awesome.
Yes,
You know what? And
big supporter.
even my sister from Kansas as Jay flew by there. He didn't stop and see her, so she'll have to talk to him about that. But she just said, "You go, girl." So,
Wow, thank you.
hey, thanks for coming on tonight. We really appreciate that, and we want to say really quickly, we appreciate Bob Mays and the team at Sam's Club for letting you off tonight to have this interview. We appreciate
Yes,
them.
thank you.
Otherwise, we were going to have to break out the lobster for Bob. So that would have been traumatic for him. He doesn't like lobster, so
Yes.
just thought we would throw that out there. All
Oh,
right.
that is awesome.
Oh, hey, Kevin said she takes after her uncle Kev.
Oh, okay. Maybe, maybe.
Maybe. All right. Well, Jay, hey, I'm gonna
Uh,
quit talking and let you talk, and you guys go ahead and get going with what
Hey,
you want to.
no, we absolutely love all the comments. So people keep sharing comments. If you have questions, let them fly, and we will flash them up throughout our program. So I absolutely love it. Comment away, people. Comment away. Now, Miss Andy, I'm talking to you. Let's just
Okay.
start off. Let's start off with that state championship, that 32 win season. Uh, this isn't even part of the question anymore. Just reading about that championship again today, I was like, I just got to get my mind refreshed. How did they win again? An epic battle. You guys win 3-2. You pitched the whole game, 9 strikeouts. I'm just like, this girl is on fire. Like, tell me, how special was it being in the championship and then having a game like that? Just talk me through the whole scenario.
Okay. I'm not gonna lie. I actually don't remember much of that game. I kind of blacked out. Like I had to go back and like my you can pay to watch it on Misha again, and so my parents paid to watch like we still have the video. But like I kind of blacked out a little bit. It was so unreal to me. Like I mean bits and pieces come back, but really it's crazy. I remember rushing home plate whenever we got the walk-off walk, which was cool. But most of the game I couldn't tell you what happened, but I know it was a long game. That was my second game that I had pitched that day, and so my arm was hurting. I was crying in the dugout because my arm hurt so bad. But I just pushed through because it was, that you don't get that chance every day to be in the championship for state. So you just got to do what you got to do.
That's right. You guys did it. I mean, that moment, like you said, it was probably just the adrenaline of everything, and you blacking out, probably not good. And I just thought of something that if Jay happens to black out for any reason whatsoever as we're doing this program, because he was having a hard time with his oxygen intake a little bit ago,
Hmm.
just keep going, Andy. We'll take care
Just
of
Okay.
keep
it.
going.
We'll
Yeah,
we'll text
Okay.
we'll text Katie to run into the room and make
I'll be
sure he's okay.
I'll be fine. Quit.
Oh,
Quit. Oh man, no, that's crazy to me to hear you're like, yeah, I don't really remember a lot of it just because of how, like you said, the adrenaline of it, the intensity of the game. I didn't
mhm.
realize that. Imagine, just imagine if you didn't black out. I mean, how many girls would you have struck out then? You'd struck them all out. I mean, come on, girl.
Maybe.
I can't believe you did that. You weren't even in your right mind. That's crazy to me. But
I
all right.
actually am shocked they got 9 strikeouts. I really didn't know that. Those girls, I I thought I didn't have that many because most of them could hit off of me, so I'm surprised.
Oh man, just that's just such an epic game. I you played with a lot of really great players on that team as well, and you've developed a lot of special moments with them. I want to give you a chance to talk about your teammates here as well.
Yeah. I mean, our team is, I would say, one thing that our coaches have a like kind of not harp on, but like preach a little bit is just team chemistry. Because if you're playing with girls that you don't care about or don't really like, then it's just something's off. You can tell no one's playing for a team; they're playing for themselves. Which I think that our team was really good on team chemistry. I mean, we had a lot of fun. Most of the girl like we wanted to win for each other, not for ourselves, and like our team was just like played pretty selfless, And so I think that helped a lot. Playing selfless, people are going to make outs not for themselves, but to help the team. And so when you play like that, you get really far. And just overall, it makes the season a lot more fun. Just, I mean, having dance parties in the locker room and getting to do special things together, that makes the game fun. So if you're not having fun, then you shouldn't be playing.
Well, that is awesome. Dance parties in the locker room. So, we have a little comment from your coach here,
Oh,
Sharon
Lord.
Bustos. She said, stud, tough, unique, dynamic, funny, one of a kind. Love to have coached her for 4 years. I'm really now, though, I want to hear from Coach Bustos about the dance party and what was her best move. I'm just wanting to hear that. Anybody else want to hear that?
I think we all do, Dan. I think
Okay,
we
good.
all do. Absolutely. I want to give you the time just right now. We keep going off script, but I don't care. Coach just commented. Talk to us a little bit about Coach Bustos.
Oh, of course. Obviously, she's in the Coaches Hall of Fame. I mean, what else more could you say about that? No, but
Amen.
she is she's a great coach, obviously. I mean, I'm sorry, coach. I don't know how long you've been coaching. It's 20 something years. But I mean, she's a great coach. All always knows her players well, knows how to utilize them best. I think that sometimes you get a little worried at the beginning of the season because you're like, Coach, why are you putting her right there? Like, that's not her best position. Or why are you doing this? Why are you doing that? But you figure out that throughout the season, she's doing it to show the best way to help the team. Maybe that girl was better in that spot. This girl's better in that spot. She should be hitting here. She should be hitting here to best utilize the talent we have on our team. So by doing this, it helps us get further and helps figure things out before we actually get to postseason. Because really, you want to win, but postseason what matters. So if you get your stuff figured out before postseason, then that's great.
You know, you talked about you have these great teammates. You have this great coach. Even that can make it so difficult. Talk to me about the journey, the making it to the pinnacle, the highest place, the state championship. How hard was it? Even with all these great people, how much work were you putting in and your whole team? Like, well, I talk about that journey too.
Um, I mean, girls, I I am impressed. Like our team, we have girls that actually want to win. I know there's some schools that struggle to just get girls to play, but our girls are there to win. And so we have a lot of girls that'll be like, "Hey, you guys want to hit after practice tonight? When we'll stay, coach will leave some balls out or let us do that, and or even throw BP to us." There's girls that will be like, "Hey, you want to come practice with me this weekend, do stuff like that." And we just put in the extra work. And, um, in practice, you got to, I mean, as you want to just work hard, not just go through the motion. She preaches that a lot. Don't go through the motion. Pretend like you're in a game. You got to get your anxiety high. Well, not anxiety, but get your adrenaline high,
Mhm.
just like it would be during a game. And so you're not freaked out in the middle of the game if something happens. You're like, oh, I've been through this before. Like, you just got to push through that way. And get through hard games like Fulton. Fulton in the beginning, that was the, I don't know, game after district, like the district championship. I don't know what that's called. Is that semi? It's
Nope,
that's
but
like,
yeah, no, I know the game you're speaking of.
yeah, it's like semifinal. I don't know, quarterfinals, semifinals, one of the two. um, and so that game was really, I thought that game was pretty intense. Because everyone was making good defensive plays, and you just gotta. Everyone had to step up that game and try their hardest, which everyone did. We ended up winning, but just situations like that is what help you get to the next level. And we knew coming into Final Four, Sullivan was going to be a very tough game. We know that I think they had won the previous year. They made it to Final Four. I don't remember if they won or not. I think they won, but that was going to be a really tough game. And making sure mentally you were there was important. And because not only physically but mentally, if you're not mentally there, then you might as well just step off the field because you kind of defeated yourself already. But that was super important. But getting to pass those like difficult parts is how you just make yourself stronger and the team stronger in general.
That that's pretty intense. Some of the things that I'm hearing tonight, these different games, and it was sectional, by the way. Thank you, Karen, for putting that on there for us. But I'm hearing stuff like blacking out, freaking out. I'm hearing lots of that kind of stuff. I'm thinking, wow, softball has changed so much. People are, I mean, the high stress levels. People are blacking out, freaking out. Dance parties in the locker room. I don't even know what's going on with that sport anymore.
Yeah, it's crazy. I think baseball boys give us a whole bunch of crap. It's a girls' sport, but they don't want to step in the box when I ask them to hit against me.
No.
They're smart. Good. Smart decision,
Smart
boys.
young men.
Yeah, smart decision. I'd play it off too. No, I could hit. I could hit off that.
I don't
I'm
want to
kinda
embarrass
hurt.
you.
I
Yeah.
got a hurt shoulder. I'm fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, right. Yeah, right there, fellas. You've talked about the team aspect, and I love that. I love you talking about playing for each other. So you did win a lot of awards, though, as a team, but also individually, and I'm glad you did that for your team. But what out of those achievements, which one of those have been the most special for you?
Obviously, front cover of Sports Locker. I mean, what more could I
Yeah.
achieve in life?
Oh, your check is in the mail. Yes.
Yes.
Great answer.
But
Oh my goodness.
and within getting Rod Smith Player of the Year, that was pretty cool too. I'm not gonna lie, that was
Amen
cool.
to that. That's
Yeah.
awesome. Dad, I'm so caught off guard. I didn't know that's what she was gonna say. I feel like, is this how Disney feels when the players are like, "We're going to Disney
Yeah,
World"?
we're gonna
Is this how Disney feels?
That's
Because
how it
I'm
feels.
feeling
That's how it
it's
feels.
I'm feeling pretty special right now. I am feeling pretty special.
That was pretty
Um,
awesome.
well, real quick, I do want to talk about. See, but I don't want to make this real quick. Dad, should you just do a sponsorship break so I
Let's
don't
do
have
a
to rush this
sponsorship
next
break. Let's go
question?
ahead and
I
do a
don't want to
sponsorship
rush.
break. Yeah, we
Okay.
don't want to do that. We got a quick other shout out here again, real quick. Let's see here. Kevin said, and they got there on Walk Up to the Plate music. We never had that. So, I hear a little hostility in Kevin's typing right there. That's what's going on there.
Sounds like
on
Uh,
Kevin
me.
just
He's on
wasn't
me.
as.
He's
Just sounds like he wasn't as big time as Andy. That's all.
all
That's all that
Tell
is.
him when he gets to the pro leagues like me, then he can get some walk up songs.
right.
That's right. That's right.
Tell him
Awesome.
JV didn't have walk up songs.
Okay, there you go. Wow. So sorry, Kevin. So sorry. But thank you for joining us tonight. All right. We're going to move on to our sponsor real quick. This has been great so far. Looking forward to the second half of it.
Not everybody is an 8 to 5 Monday through Friday type. At CNS, we have employment options for the way you want to work with our flexible scheduling program. Flexible scheduling is designed to fit your lifestyle and allows you to be in control of your schedule. CNS offers insurance plans upon employment. Celebrating 45 years of staffing, CNS Business Services.
Say yes to CNS.
All right. CNS Business Services. How much do we appreciate them, Jay?
Oh man, we appreciate them so much. They've been doing this for 45 years. If you're looking for a tried and true company that you can partner with, CNS is that answer. If you're looking for a job, like they said in the ad, you need flexible scheduling, something special, call CNS. They will work with you, they will help you, and they will get you lined up with a company that has good values just like your values. So I'm telling you, get linked up with CNS Business Services. They are awesome.
And, the 45 years does not mean they've been doing Sports Soccer Magazine, One Nation, Sports Soccer Magazine Extra for 45 years. It's 45 years they've been in business. We've not been
That's
doing that
correct.
this long. So, hey, we appreciate them, though.
I certainly look like I've aged since we've started. So I don't know. I do look pretty old.
Yeah. If
But
your beard gets way down here, then we'll start thinking. But don't do that.
I'm trying. It's coming in real nice. No shave November, just kept going. I don't know what to
Yeah.
tell you.
All right. All right. We've had a great interview. We've had a great interview, Jay. She's been bringing the heat just like she does,
Oh,
on the mound. So, what you got next?
oh, well, this is why I didn't want to rush it because I want to talk about your decision, Andy, to attend UCM, which is
Of
just very
course.
exciting. I loved getting. I think you announced that back in February. It was super cool. You had the announcement table there. You signed your letter. It was super fun. I just want to know what led to that decision, and then what's your plans and your goals.
Yes, okay. So I am a super late commit. Usually girls they'll commit their even junior year or pretty before their like senior year season starts. I'm pretty late. I really didn't even start getting offers until my senior year, which I want to make like, some girls might be stressing. You can wait, wait till your senior year. You might get a few offers. I got some offers. I got good. I got really good schools. Like Columbia College was up there with a school that I was really interested in, and UCM definitely they weren't necessarily interested in me at first, and then we actually played in the UCM tournament during the season, and so I actually went there. We won that tournament, and I pitched really well, and so that kind of piqued their interest a little bit. And I had toured it before, and it was kind of a school that I really enjoyed, and I was like, man, that'd be cool if I got to play softball there, but I didn't know if that was even an option. And so after the tournament, they got interested, and so I was like, "Oh, cool! This is definitely a good option." And so talked to the coach, and she ended up going to that Fulton game to watch me. And so after that, went and toured there again and met with the coaches, and I was like, of course, like I could see myself being here, and like I love the atmosphere and everything, and so I was like, it was a big decision, and so I was a little hesitant, but I'm really excited now. I'm super 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 excited, and they have a good program there, and I'm going into criminal justice. I'm actually taking a class through UCM right now, intro into criminology, to give me like a little head start in that. So, so I'm gonna be going into criminal justice, and they have a really good program then. So I'm like, hey, if I can do that and play softball, it's a win-win for me.
That is a win-win. And speaking of win-win, I mean, we've got so many people who are watching tonight, and they are just staying tuned in because they're just thinking, what is going to happen with Andy next? What is she going to say next? Is she going to black out? Is she going to freak out? Is she going to do a dance party right in the room right there? We don't
Yes.
know, but we are really enjoying this interview. And you did have somebody that popped on here a little bit ago. Elizabeth popped on and said, "Grandpa Jerry says good job as always." And that kind of I want to lead into this next question. Talk to us about your mom and dad and your grandparents and your family. Just speak a little bit about them. You spoke very highly about them in the article, but go ahead and share a little bit here.
I know they're ornery. Trust me. Don't get me wrong. And I normally don't like to give them a big head because they'll take it and run with it. But I really, I really do love my family. They're very supportive. My parents they really have not ever missed a game. At least they've tried to make every single game. I couldn't really tell you a game that they missed, but they're always there cheering me on, which is super special. Not everyone gets the opportunity to do that. And so, also, my grandpa, he will attend just as many games. He is love him to death. He'll give me crap, trust me. He'll keep me in check, but he does come to most of my games, and I'm very grateful for that. So that's super special. And he, like I said in the article, he did drive to Kentucky one time, even to watch, maybe for a little bit of vacation, but I'd like to say it was just for me. So, but yeah, he's super cool. And of course, my brother, I think I saw my brother comment a little bit earlier, but he is, sometimes we clash heads, but he is one of a kind, just like me. But he's not into sports, which is okay because I think if he's into sports, my parents would have a little bit too much to handle there. But he helps me, and he's actually getting a minor in stats, and so he helps me a little bit with my stats class, and so he's kind of the smart guy. I mean, I'm a little smart, but he's a little bit smarter, and he likes to tell me about it too. So, and it's always a competition with him. Who's smarter? Who can get higher on their ACT? And I'm gonna give him credit. He usually does better than me in school, but I always have sports for me. So, we're different, but we balance each other out. So
That's awesome.
Oh, man,
That is
that's
so
great.
awesome. Well,
I
there is.
saw
Jay, did
I
you see
saw a
the one
comment on
question?
there and he asked the question, so we have to ask it. How many times did you strike out your dad? Sam asked that question. Sam
how many
Laffoon?
times
Yeah.
how many times have I struck out my dad? I don't think my dad's ever been brave enough to step in the box. He's
Ooh.
Oh,
he don't want the smoke. He don't want the smoke.
He might black
He
out. I'm just saying.
yeah.
uh-huh. He stays behind the plate. He knows where his job is.
Okay.
Man, that's
That is
fantastic.
awesome.
Uh, Speaking of, I want to hear a little bit more about this. When you first started pitching, that resulted in some house repair?
Yes. I'm sure my dad's gonna comment something about it, but there is if you walk around the back of the house, there is duct tape on the side, and you're like, oh, what happened? Tornado? No, it's Annie's pitching when she was like 10 years old. Because you would think, oh, maybe it's not smart to make your 10-year-old pitch against the side of your house. And maybe you'd take them to like a batting cage or a field, but not my parents. No, they, they're sometimes they're not all there. No, I'm just kidding. But they do have, they do like to tell that story about how, and they still haven't fixed it. So, maybe,
Never
maybe
will.
It's kind of
it's
like your
cute
wall of fame.
decoration.
It's like the
Uh-huh,
Yeah,
wall of fame.
yeah.
exactly.
I'd be
Yeah,
proud. Look at, you want to know who damaged my house? The legend, Andy Siebeneck. Can you believe it? I'm
maybe
Not
I should
never
go
fixing that.
autograph it.
not
That's right.
Zane, not Zane because he knew
Not
better,
Zane.
but Andy did.
Mm-mm. No, Zane
So,
was yet.
Uncle Kev here says, ask her about hitting her mom with a pitch. That sounds painful.
Yep.
I do remember this was when I was younger, but I don't remember how old I was actually, but she did try to bat against me, and I think the first pitch I smoked her in the leg, and it left a big
Oh,
old bruise. I really didn't mean to do that, but
oh, oh, that's
I do feel
awful.
bad.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh, I'm sure you do. Look at the side of the house. If you do that to the side of a house, can you imagine what you do to a human leg? Ow. Oh, her dad sucked at catching. Oh, Uncle Kev, be nice.
hmm
Be
We have
nice.
we have more trash talk going on in this show than I think I've ever seen, and
I
it's
know.
awesome.
Oh, it's phenomenal. I
It is
love it.
great.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna try to get us refocused. So
Gather.
Andy,
Okay.
we're gonna jump back to college a little bit. So what's that schedule look like right now? Are you doing things to prep for that right now, even for UCM, or are you kind of waiting until summer? Just kind of curious what all that looks like.
Yeah. So right now I'm just playing. I'm on a travel team. So, and it's more of like a laid back travel team. So we play a few tournaments in Jeff and Columbia area, and then we play some in like Kansas City area. And so that's like fun. We have a girls from a whole bunch of different schools that play with us, and that's just so I don't get rusty because to be honest, after the state championship, I probably practiced 3 or 4 times. I'm not huge on like. I mean, I think you should have a little off season ethic, but I think it's good to have a break every once in a while. So I didn't really push
Absolutely.
myself. Yeah, I didn't really push myself that hard, and so but I'm starting to get back into it, and we play. Mostly in June. May is kind of crazy with everyone's graduation since most of us are seniors. But and then so I'm playing on that team just to keep fresh. And then in June 1st they have the UCM camp that's for younger girls, and so I'll be working that as a college student, which is pretty crazy.
Awesome.
But yeah, and so I'll go up there and help work that, and then I have orientation the next day. But other than that, not much is going on. I haven't really heard. I think whenever I actually get to UCM in August, they do like a few scrimmages and stuff like that in the fall, but that's about all we do.
No, that's awesome.
Looks like you've
Um,
got a lot to get ready for, and it's
Yeah.
you've got a little bit to finish out. So, what are you wanting to accomplish before you graduate, and what have you appreciated the most about attending Blair Oaks?
Yeah. I mean, hopefully I graduate in general. I'm just kidding. I'll graduate, but
quit.
but I know it's exciting. I I hopefully get they we recently switched over to not we don't do the valedictorian anymore, do like the sum laude system, whatever that is. But I hopefully to graduate the top of that. I'm on track to. If I don't fail stats might be my downfall. But we're hoping to get past stats class, and hopefully I'll get that
Come
award.
on, brother. You got to help me. Come
Yes.
on, brother.
If only you could take my final for me. But hopefully that class doesn't drag me down. But other than that, I think I'll be fine. But um, I am gonna graduate probably. I think right now I'm tied for first in my class, which is pretty cool. But they don't really keep track of that anymore, which kind of sucks. But I do like to brag about that a little bit.
Yeah.
And so that's pretty cool. I mean, I love my grade. I've been there since kindergarten, so most of them are like family to me. We all get along pretty well. Um, so it's gonna be hard. It's gonna be hard separating from all of those people, and because that's kind of a big step in your life. But it'll be fun, and I don't know. We'll see what happens after that.
That is very, very good. You are an absolute blessing to that school, to your family, friends, and you've been a blessing to this program. It's been a lot of fun, and
It
now
has
we're
been fun.
we are getting ready for something even more fun. And like I told you before we started, yep, get ready because Jay's getting ready to bring the speed round. So he's
Uh-oh,
gonna
okay.
talk a little bit about that, and we'll see what he's got for you.
Okay.
All right. So, we're going to call this Andy Siebeneck the fast pitch round. So,
There you
Oh,
go.
okay.
the whole purpose of this round is just for everyone to kind of get to know you a little bit more. A lot more relaxed. The answers to these questions are pretty short. So anyways, I've just got a few here I want to ask you, and I always have to start with my favorite thing to talk about, which is food. If you
Yes.
can't tell, I love eating food. I'm a
Me too.
foodie. I have a beard to hide my, triple chin. Anyways, so I have to know. The world needs to know after the game. You were blacked out, but you came too. Just kidding. After a game, you're hot, you're sweaty, you're ready
Mhm.
just to tackle something delicious. What's your favorite snack or meal?
Everyone on my team knows this, though, and I have people bring it to games for me just for me. I eat cosmic brownies after games.
Cosmic brownies.
I
All right,
do.
that
You
is
just got to
awesome.
get that sugar. Come on.
So nutritional, am I right?
Yes, so right. Uh,
Yes.
uh, UCM, she's healthy. Leave her alone. She can have some cosmic brownies. Come on, come
Hey,
on.
wait a
All right.
minute. What is it? What is it? NIL? I think Cosmic Brownies need to be contacting you. Name, image, likeness. Come on.
Come on,
Yes, that's what
That's
I'm
right.
saying.
dude. I would be buying those from the store, dude.
There
That's
we go.
got Andy Siebeneck on it. Buy some cosmic brownies. Come on,
Uh-huh.
I like it. All right. If you could teleport anywhere in the world right now, where would you go?
Oh, anywhere in the world. I mean, I feel like the obvious answer is Disney World.
It's not obvious to me, but I love it. All right, Disney World.
No,
Okay,
I
fun.
mean, I guess
Have
I would
Have you
say
been to Disney World? Just
I
question.
have been to Disney World, but I was like 6, so
Okay, so you're ready to go back now. I like it.
I am ready.
All right.
Jay,
What is
Jay,
one
Jay,
of
Jay, I have to add, probably the reason she hasn't been back to Disney World since is that she hit her mother with the pitch at age 14. And, those kind of things, leaving a mark like that, they last for a little while. So maybe
She's
after she
still,
graduates.
she's still a little butthurt about that.
well, she probably couldn't walk for a month. I mean,
She said,
could you
It, it,
how does she expect me to walk around Disney World with almost a hole in my leg?
yeah, it looks like I probably beat her up or something.
Oh man. Oh, you guys are terrible. All right. What is one of your nicknames?
Oh, my aunt and my grandpa call me Andrew a lot, but they just I don't know. They just call me that to make fun of me. No, but I don't know. I don't really have that meaning. Big sexy. That's what my team calls me.
Andrew and Big Sexy. I
Uh
love it. And so
huh.
does Prince Andrew. He's like, yeah, that's the one right there. I love it. All right.
Yes.
What chore do you absolutely despise doing? And your parents could jump in and comment, please.
My parents will say everything because I don't. Well, right now, probably putting away my clothes because my room right now is really bad.
Oh, that's awesome. What animal are you secretly afraid of?
Oh, spider.
Really? Spider.
Eas Easily.
Me too.
I've been
Yeah.
bit by a brown recluse 4 times.
I've
Oh,
never been bit 4 times, but mine put me in the hospital. I got bit once, and oh, it was
Really?
terrible.
Jay, tell her
Put
where
me
you
in the
got. Where'd
hospital.
you get bit?
I got bit right between the big toe and that second toe. No, I don't know what that toe
Oh,
would be. Right in between. It bit me like right on the like right in between. Just horrible.
wow.
And so my foot swelled up, venom was in there. It's a whole big thing. But anyways, you got bit 4 times?
Wow.
I
Ah.
Yes, I know. Yeah, I usually get bit like right on the arm, but and then mine don't. I just take steroids for it, but mine's never swelled up or anything. So maybe you have
Wow.
a worse reaction than me.
I never wanted to experience it again, I'll tell you that. So I
Yeah.
I I am over the top at like spraying the house to make sure all
Mhm.
the bugs are dead. I do it every year and I'm over the top with it.
And
Just is
Andy,
what
Yeah.
it is.
I think he probably blacked out. I really do.
I probably
I
yes,
did.
you're right.
I did. I did. Okay. Um this is a question for you to pass on wisdom to others.
Oh goodness.
What do you wish you would have learned sooner in life?
Oh, this is gonna. Do you want this to be sentimental or do you want this to be like practical?
Okay, give me both. Now I'm
Okay.
intrigued.
Practical, I never learned how to ride a bike really. So I wish I had learned that when I was young.
It's never too
Let's
late.
see. And
Uncle
then
Kev, make
let's
it happen. Come on.
uh-huh. Yeah, he'll probably push me off the bike. But let's see. Let's see something sentimental or actually give some wisdom. What's something Oh, probably to probably just to like have fun and not take everything so serious. Yeah.
Yep. And that is hard. I'm telling you, I do it even now sometimes, and I
Mhm.
think, why am I taking life so seriously? No one gets out alive.
You
Well,
know,
Exactly.
let's just have some fun.
I think anybody that has watched this program would obviously say, "Well, that's not a problem at all. You guys don't take anything seriously, right?"
Well,
Right.
sometimes this is just the facade, and the
Okay.
real us, we take things too seriously
Exactly.
sometimes.
We're
I relate to
serious. You
that.
can tell.
I relate to that.
Absolutely.
I
You
really
know,
do.
the spider bites, apparently that's where John thinks that the power all comes from. So
Yeah,
kind of
I
that,
am Spider Woman.
yeah.
I love it. I love it. Okay. Uh, finish this phrase, and this is super appropriate now. When
Oh
I
gosh. Okay.
dance, I look like.
Oh Lord. When I dance, I look like, oh gosh. Maybe the first thing that popped up in my mind is, those like inflatable car like at car washes, those inflatable things. Probably that.
That's awesome. That's a great answer.
Thank you.
All right. And then my last one. Finish this phrase. The way to my heart is.
Oh, no one's gotten there yet. Let's see. Um, probably food. I guess.
I was about to say, I think it's a cosmic brownie.
Cosmic
Like,
brownie.
Cosmic
that's
brownie.
the way.
Uh-huh. That
No,
is.
okay, food. Yeah, that. Hey, the way to my heart's through my stomach. That's what I always tell people. Uh,
Exactly.
so yeah, that's all the speed round I had.
You know
Thank
All
you.
what?
You
right.
did wonderful.
Andy, you did an
Thank you.
outstanding job. This has been a lot of fun. We've run out of time, but hopefully you had fun too.
I
And this,
did have fun.
okay, good. We didn't want this to diminish, that sports locker experience. We just wanted to bring out more of it. That we had fun with your interview, and we wanted to share a little bit more with everybody out here. And man, the trash talk was flying with the family. I love it.
Yes.
Reminds me of my family.
Yeah.
It's great.
Yeah. They know how to humble me for sure.
Well, again, thank you so much for being on here. I'm going to let Jay go ahead and close us out, and if you'll hold on here with us, we'll visit with you really quickly afterwards. So go
Okay.
ahead, Jay.
Hey, I am so happy with how tonight turned out. We had the audience, you guys watching, you make this show because it was so much fun reading all your comments and just having a blast with the Miss Andi Siebeneck, the legend who is going to go to UCM and continue her softball career. We're very proud of her and so glad that she's a part of our community. So, Andi, thank you for being on the show tonight.
Of course. Thanks for having me, guys.
All right. Now, guys, you know what to do. If you want us to keep bringing you amazing students just like Andi every week, you got to like our page, share it, and then comment just like you did tonight. We are here every Monday at 7 p.m., and we love bringing you guys great people. So we love you all. This is One Nation, a Sports Locker magazine extra. I'm your co host, Jay. The Bald Eagle's over there.
Yeah, thank you.
And
I got to point that way too. There you go.
and we are so glad you guys watched tonight. Have a great week. God bless.
God bless you guys. Thanks. We'll see you next week.